But I'm lying-hearted, they love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, no crawling, went straight to walking with foreigns in my...
This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Now here's Brunson. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And it's Utah with the ball. Orlando making their last shot. For three, Porzingis. They get it back. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing excellent.
And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Orlando with the ball. Towns for three. And Ayton pulls it down. And here are the Jazz. Ingram into the lane. Here's Pippen. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Brunson. Outside Levine. Down low. Towns. Second shot opportunity. That one no good. Ayton with the defensive effort.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered. Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Porzingis for three. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And it's Collins with the ball for Orlando. It's a three-point game. Here's Towns. Here's Levine for three. Gets the three to fall.
Feet planted, angle set. All Levine needed was the basketball.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and Coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Shot by Levine, no good.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And Harden with the slam.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
Right side, Brunson. Kicks it out, Towns. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Now here's Brunson. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And Brunson, here we go. And the layup is good off the glass. Brunson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, just masterful use of the pick and roll by Jalen Brunson. Shot ready as soon as he wants to let it fly.
Ingram fires from way outside. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Kicks it out, Towns. Launches it. Nails it from 3. Towns has got 5.
But Cat answers with his own 3, and he says, I told you I'm the best shooting big man in history.
Pass to Pippen. Back to Harden. 3-pointer. The rebound by Bamba. Magic trail by 5. Oh, stolen by Harden. Out to the wing. Here's Pippen. And it's all from 3-point range.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And the 3-pointer goes.
Boy, it's just normal to see now, right? 7-footers like Bamba making threes. Has this league changed or what?
And the call will be against Mo Bamba. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Harden drives in. For 3, Porzingis. Orlando with the rebound.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Here's Brunson outside. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And both teams already firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter.
17.
Orlando ahead. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Magic.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from 3-point land.
The other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Here's Brunson, following the bucket by Utah. Here's Towns. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Towns has got 7 points.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Christie. Smith left side. Pass to Kuminga. Just 5 to shoot. That shot off the mark. Orlando leading. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tied together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
From deep 3-point land. And the ball out of play. The Magic will have it. Orlando leading by 3. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Here's Bamba. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. 5 points in the game.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And there's the screen. To the paint. Outside Oubre. And he lobs it up. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Here's Mitchell. Here's Bamba. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Orlando shooting their first free throw in this game. That's good from Bamba. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
And it's Bamba finishing strong.
Well, Mo Bamba, no doubt.
Assist goes to Fred VanVleet.
Here's Christie. He's scoreless. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
It's time for Feature.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Left side Ingram. 6 to shoot. And another miss by Utah.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Doris, when we talk about home court advantages, the Jazz have amongst the best.
They do, BA. You have to play at altitude. They're also a little bit isolated as well, so travel is hard. Let me tell you this, their fan base is loud. L-O-U-D.
And it's Utah with the ball, following the bucket by the Magic. Here's Orlando. This run now up to 13-2. Pass to Towns. To the inside. Outside Brunson. The Magic need to put one up here. Marion with the bucket. Marion's got 5 points in the quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Collins. This is the most they've led, 13 points.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Marion. Utah grabs the miss.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Quite simply, Brandon Ingram is a point getter, so he will absolutely take those on the break.
Up top, Levine. Ooh, good work defensively by Ingram. And so it's the Orlando Magic. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Outside Porzingis. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Porzingis has got his third basket on the night right there. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive, too. And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Collins. No made baskets yet. Screen by Bamba. Here's Brunson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Magic foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Magic. Number 4.
Outside Ingram. And a miss there on the triple. Magic leading by 8 to the middle. And it's powered home by Towns.
Oh, oops, the alley. A gorgeous delivery to Towns.
Here's Ingram. An easy 2 on the layup. Ingram's got 7.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Inside. Here's Levine.
You can see the two-time dunk contest champion skills on display. Mr. Levine, we see you.
Jazz trail by 10. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie.
The three-point shooting of James Harden has always been pure.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. All right, the Jazz making a change here. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Outside Levine. Here's Brunson outside. Utah grabs the miss. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Out left to the wing. Back to Ingram. Pass to Harden. Shot clock at 6. They kick it out to Porzingis. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Pippen. That three's off the mark.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Now here's Towns. Back to Collins. No good with the triple. Jazz trail by 7. And here's Ingram outside. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Now here's Ingram. Pass to Pippen. Picked by Smith. Outside for Harden. Outside Ingram. There's the triple. And another miss by Utah.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. 54 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's the pick. The open shot, Van Vliet. Orlando again missing.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Here's Christie. Sends it home from three-point land.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Orlando shooting their second and third shots at the line here.
Second team foul.
Then he drops it first. Orlando making a switch here. Both free throws good from Mitchell. Jazz trail by 8. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Christie. Picked by Smith. Takes a 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Now Mitchell. Here's Thor. Kicks it out to Collins.
Oh, at the buzzer! Wow! I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
The Jazz, 41.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Orlando leading by 7. Brunson rushes in. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'd say this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Orlando making a switch here. Pass to Aiden. And here's Harden. Here's Pippen. Shot clock at 5. Aiden with a screen. 3-pointer, Harden. Another shot. And it's finished off by Aiden as he lays it in.
Don't let DeAndre Ayton get comfortable. This guy is a problem on the interior.
Brunson looks it over. Down low. And stolen by Porzingis. Aiden in the high post. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career? From role player to star player.
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution. Jalen Brunson plays bigger than his size. He's aggressive. He's going to go right at defenders. He doesn't care if you're bigger than he is. He will keep coming at you.
Takes it inside. Oh, Brunson! What an aggressive move!
Yeah, simply stated, Jalen Brunson filling it up right now. There are no signs that he's slowing down anytime soon.
Ingram on the wing. 3-pointer. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. Pass to Towns. And Ayton pulls it down. Jazz trail by 8. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Brunson. Towns for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. And just one bucket away from a double-double.
A terrific effort. He's made such a big impact.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Embrace the spotlight, KP. Delivery in a big moment for Porzingis.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Bamba. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
We know one of the best attributes of Mo Bamba is his extraordinary length. Boy, it is a handful for defenders to deal with.
Outside Ingram. To the inside. Stolen by Collins. The finish. And Collins with the jam.
With a little bit of style, John Collins up and off his feet.
Outside Porzingis. Pass to Aiden. Porzingis surveying the floor. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
You get the sense his teammates recognize Kristaps Porzingis is in rhythm. Let's keep feeding him.
Utah grabs the miss. Pass to Ingram. 4-3. He drops it from range. And now it's just a 4-point Magic lead.
And you have to love the intensity from Ingram when they're up against it, always ready to attack.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game.
Your 407 net speed.
1:10 left in the final quarter. Brunson with it. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
This is what Brunson does so well, right? He keeps defenders off balance and draws that contact.
And so both free throws good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
And here's Ingram outside. Cash. What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
And this guy is just a gamer. Ingram doesn't feel pressure. He embraces the moment, taking and making important shots.
It's all come down to this one critical possession.
And B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena.
To tie it up. Porzingis. Emphatic putback by Kristaps.
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
Over to the wing. Pass to Marion. Towns outside. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from 14. And another miss by Orlando. And we've got a timeout call by Will Hardy. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
Down 1 with just enough time for a couple passes and a shot. We'll see what they can do.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
Unless they can get a wide-open jumper, they might want to attack inside, because even if you miss at the rim, you can still draw a foul.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. So a close game here sees Orlando taking this one. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
The champions, the champions. Hey, we gon' ball, never fall, the champions, the champions. champions. Hey, we gon' ball, never fall. I put my head up and told them ground me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it. I put my head up and told them crown me. My ring finger got a rock on it, rock on it, rock on it. Do dirt on my neck, try to bury me. Do side on me like that was seasoning. Now this my season. Weathered every storm that was sent my way, but promise you it wasn't easy. Took some patience and grieving. I was believing when no one believed me. I was believing when no one believed me. Now they gotta see me from the nosebleed or the front row. I don't care who I see. Dreams to reality, I'm too real for reality TV. Remember I was poor, now I'm writing this song from a balcony. Told them watch out for me, but they ain't see me coming at it. On that road, feel like keep pushing, even though we don't feel right. Blood, sweat, and tears just to live life. Talk to God even when I didn't see light. Still talk to him when it got bright. Dark days were made for the spotlight. We paid now.
Take a look at these diamonds, wrong as a life for squinting, can't just stare. With bae through thick and thin, she already fixed on brown and bad. Could've changed my mind, I was halfway there. 100 meters, I just put 9 gal in a sprinter.
100, it won't fit in one SUV, no. SOS, somebody rescue me, I got too many, I got, they could last me the next 2 weeks. Alright, let's send the address through, please.
SUV, the outside white, the inside brown like Michael Jack. More time and Bella line and spend like I don't even like my stack. Came on an Irish ferry, let go and it sound like a tap dance. The way that I bought, no yellow, the ref had to give me a black card. Who did what we're doing with rap? Man couldn't sell out his show after all them years of doing a cat sprinter. 2 gal in a van, inter. 2 man in Milan, heard one of my things dating. P Diddy need 20% or whatever. Outside, my head in my hands.
I told her my name is Sam, she said no, the one on your birth certificate. Your boyfriend ran from that diamond test cause they weren't legitimate. She Turkish Cypriot, but her curves Brazilian. I want her, my bro wants her affiliate. I'm cheap, still like, yo, can I borrow your Netflix? She a feminist, she think I'm sexist. Twisting my words, I think she dyslexic. Give me my space, I'm intergalactic. Before I give you my Insta password, I'll give you the pin to my Amex. Alright, this ain't stainless steel, it's platinum. Dinner table, I got manners. T-shirt tucked in, napkin. Still loading, that's the caption. I've only amounted a minimal fraction. Eat good, I got indigestion. Best in my hood, no aspirin. Can't get rid of my pain with aspirin. Dave just came in an Aston, I'm making that Maybach music. They're trying to insult my intelligence. Sometimes I may act stupid. I never went uni, I've been on a campus. The students, if bro let the drumstick beat, then something gon' leak. We ain't playing exclusives.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. So Dallas will get the first possession. It's James on the wing. Here's Artest, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, making the right decision and pick and rolls, the right basketball play, James is excellent at that.
Now here's Brunson. To the paint. Towns can't get it to go. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
And so here is Orlando. It's a 5-point game. Here's Brunson with the drive. Caruso grabs the board. Pass to Artest. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Sarr. The floater. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
And if you're looking for
Nasty right there. Oh, my goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Now, here is James. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game. Pass to Sarr. Just 5 on the clock. Over Towns. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
The kick out to Brunson. Towns on a screen. From the wing. And it's Brunson missing.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
Richardson for 3. Orlando with the rebound. On the break. Levine with it. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Launches it. Offensive board. Sarr. And some solid defense from Towns. Inside. It's picked off. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time. And it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you.
And I love the trust between Brunson and his guys. I mean, working so hard to set each other up. Now, that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Lets it fly. James with the rebound.
For the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
A nice shot by Artest.
Hey, you don't often see the quick release from Artest, but that time he showed it to you.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. A minute 35 left to play in the first. Outside Brunson. Pass to Bamba. To the inside. Screen by Bamba. The Magic need to put one up here. Off target from outside. Dallas leading by 6. James attacking. Right wing. Here's Sarr. No points so far. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pass to Brunson. Here's Marion. Here's the teardrop. Good work defensively by Caruso. James outside. Takes Gets it inside. And here's Robinson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
To the middle. Here's Marion. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouls.
And he sinks the second. 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. He gets it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Dallas is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
And there's the screen. Richardson for 3. Fires in the triple. Richardson's got 6.
Boy, I love the size Richardson gives you in the backcourt, and also the shooting.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Orlando making some changes. And here's Mitchell. Right side Whitmore. Screen by Bamba. Puts one up from 19. And that one's good. Whitmore. Whitmore's got his first bucket in this one.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
Now Ball. He's scoreless. Down low. And a big finish by Robinson.
High value assist there. Finding him inside for the finish.
Second quarter basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Pass to Bamba. On the wing, Whitmore. Back to Bamba. To the inside. And it's Whitmore missing. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Always ready to fire. Murray brings a lot of value in catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Mitchell. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. And they'll be right in the middle of a 5-game homestand. And it's Thor with a rebound.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Van Vliet outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Reddish.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Screen by Bamba. to halt the run. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes.
You know, he possesses both an inside and outside game, does Mo Bamba. And because of that, he's a headache when he's knocking down jumpers.
And you know, Clark, Fred Van Vliet gives you a number of things. Leadership might be the most important.
It is certainly one of his great attributes, B.A., when you look at Fred Van Vliet. Not very big, not super athletic, but a winner, tough-minded, and highly skilled. Doesn't make mistakes with the ball, gets other people's shots, and has proven to be a clutch and consistent quarterback at a really high level.
It's stolen, and they're pushing it up. Outside Murray. It's intercepted. Inside. Here's Thor. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
Ball looks over the floor. The kick out to Richardson. He buries it from 3. Richardson's got 10.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Brunson takes it himself. Towns down low. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Ooh, poked away. Here's James. Misses from short range. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks earning this break in the action, up 10. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. We'll be right back with you shortly. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And the dunk by Levine.
What a marvelous athlete Levine is, soaring off the ground with ease for the jam and looks so good floating in the air.
Ball right side. On the wing, Caruso. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Caruso's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brunson surveys to the paint. Tries to save it. Fultz with it. He's picked up by Levine. To the middle. Pass to Caruso. Ball outside. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
You can't sleep on Collins' long arms when he's defending you. He'll swat you down all day with that long reach.
Nice work inside from James.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Caruso outside. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Prime time, big time defense from Towns.
The 3 from Ball. Nails it from 3. Ball's got 5 now.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Good shot, gone bad. Got to finish there.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
He can play inside, too. Marion knows how to use his frame to get the advantage.
Outside for Fultz. He tries for three. Orlando with the rebound. Outside Brunson. To the right side. Here's Towns. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
A force in close. When Towns smells that rim, he goes right to it.
Fultz scanning the floor. Pass to Caruso. Now here's Fultz. Still without a bucket. The kick out to Ball. 3 on the clock. And there's James from the arc. He drops it from range. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Magic trail by 15.
Substitution on the court.
Right side Brunson. Pass to Bamba. The kick out to Brunson. And here's Levine. Guarded by Richardson. Here's Marion. Pure from three-point range. Marion's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, we can see Marion likes the corner shot because he takes it with no hesitation.
Here's Richardson. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Here's Caruso, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Ron Artest, a willing passer, does a good job that time of surveying the floor and making the right play.
Pass to Marion. To the paint. Here's Bamba. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bamba's got his second bucket of the night.
By going cold in that first half, they made things hard on themselves, but they've been warming up since that time.
Count that bucket.
Richardson, he's a physical guard now. This guy's got good strength, and he powers through physical contact and capitalizes there.
19-footer. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Brunson's got his third basket on the night right there.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Richardson, no good. Pass to Bamba. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Bamba's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Here's Artest. And Collins with the big block. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And they've racked up a...
29.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Richardson with it. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Well, how about Richardson with the nice touch on the floor? This is not an easy shot, folks, and he did it with confidence there.
Here's Brunson. Sarr pulls it in. Dallas leading by 14. James with the ball. Bamba covering. And stolen by Bamba. Here's Towns. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Hey, it's obvious what they discussed at halftime. Let's pound it inside until they stop us.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Clark, it's special getting to call LeBron James games. How is the King still doing this at this age?
B.A., I think there are guys that come along every 30, 40 years that are just different than other guys, other players. He's in that category. One of the all-time greats. And he's just been remarkable. Certainly DNA has a role in his longevity and excellence, but you got to give him a ton of credit. He's committed to being at a high level for a long time, and it's remarkable to watch him do what he's doing at this age.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Greg?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Here's Brunson. Towns on a screen. Wide open look. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson.
You know, overall, their shot selection much better here in the second half. We'll see if that's the case for the rest of the game, if they can keep that up.
To the inside. James. And it's James with the jam.
One of the most remarkable things in sport, LeBron still throwing it down at this age. One of the best athletes we've seen in any sport.
Here's Marion. Nice D from Reddish. Outside Richardson. It's James on the wing. And the call will be against John Collins. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Buries it from 3. Reddish has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Towns outside. Looking to end this cold spell. Check out Brunson going to work inside.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Out to James. Outside Richardson. Out left to the wing. Six on the shot clock. Back to Reddish. Dallas needs to get off a shot. From deep, Sarr. Towns with a rebound. Magic trail by 14. Got a piece of it.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Ball outside. Out to James. The 3 ball. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Mavericks.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the Arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
After coming away with this W, this will give them 42 wins on the year.
And so with this win, they take the first of 2 games they'll play this year against Orlando.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for LeBron James.
Terrific initiative. Not content to let the game come to him, he went out and made it his own.
First personal foul. Second.
And he makes a first.
JT Thor. 2 shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Richardson, no good. Here's Thor. The kick out to Van Vliet. And there's a pick. Shoots over Caruso. And it's Richardson with the rebound. And here's Dallas. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Thor. Outside Mitchell. Back to Bamba. Pass to Thor. Now here's Bamba. It's rebounded by Dallas. From downtown, gets the three to fall. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
More carrots than Aldi, more bread than algae. You can bag and scan me, sure like Albi. Meet the ticks in Maui. Hey. Underlay, mommy, E-I. Uh-oh. What's poppin' now? Underlay, mommy, E-I. Uh-oh. If the right Nelly there, underlay, mommy, E-I. Uh-oh. What's poppin' now? Underlay, mommy, E-I. Uh-oh. If the right Nelly there, coach y'all, underlay, mommy,
They won't see me blessed. Trying to take my blessings. They ain't trying to see me.
All these people with bad energy, y'all need a fast remedy. It's giving sad energy, bringing up bad memories. Baby, I'm too good for the bad vibes. Look too good to be chastised, dripping that water like I just been baptized. Smelling as big as you ain't even got me, I myself. Need an opinion, I'll ask myself. I might as well spend this little cash myself. Been out here getting this back myself, putting the work in the trenches. It all worked out, bench press. They like how I spit my sentence. Bars on lot, sentence. Big old watch, Benton. I'm in another dimension. I could've bought, but I'm renting. Rather put that in investment. Turn up the vibes to the sun up. Too many bags that I got to run up every time. I come up. I got all the. I got talking a wide selection. You trying to take my blessings? Get whatever you like. The math ain't right. I do numbers that gon' make car get dealt. I'm taking my blessings. They don't wanna see me blessed. Why they wanna take my blessings? Gotta put them boys to rest. They don't wanna see me blessed. They don't wanna see me blessed. Why they wanna take my blessings? Wanna put them boys to rest. Bless. I can feel it in my gut, I'm gonna be super up. I can feel it in my chest, I'm finna be stupid rich. I got money on my mind, I'm talking stupid checks. I'm already blessed, when I get mine, I'm stupid blessed. I spend that grip, ain't saving, I ain't no Superman. I took that, I changed that, now she know who the man. I never lost, she still my sauce, she living through the man. She come right back and for me like two hands. I sent her out and she came back and gave me blue bands. I'm moving smooth, I don't think I know how to lose, man. I'm still that from the sector making moves, fam. You well, I'ma know just what to do, fam. They tryna take my blessings. They don't wanna see me blessed. Why they wanna take my
Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Now, here's Brunson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Tatum's shot is off. Here's Orlando now. Here's Brunson. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the dunk by Towns.
And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league with the catch and flush.
Now here's Tatum. 4-point game. Done outside. 6 on the shot clock. From 15 feet away. Here's Shaq. And finished off by O'Neal.
The strength of O'Neal is otherworldly.
Towns, the screen. Brunson with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Out to Brunson. Back to Towns. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Fires the three. And it's Denver with the rebound. Here's Siakam. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. On offense, here are the Magic. Outside, Levine. Back to Brunson. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
Nice timing on that rejection from Shaq, demonstrating why. You got to take him seriously as a defensive player when he's lurking near the bucket inside.
Brunson draws the double. Pass to Marion. At the elbow, it's Levine. That's good, and it's Marion with the assist.
Look at the quickness from Levine. Saw the defender closing in and still got the shot away.
No good from Shaq.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Kicks it out to Collins. Towns wide open. Offensive rebound. Collins, good.
Becoming a true force on the offensive glass. Love how hard Collins goes after those second chance opportunities.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Last season, the Magic extended Coach Jamal Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here is O'Neal. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. Tatum a screen. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
And this is how under control Siakam is. Makes sure to get off a good look on that possession.
Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
I'd keep going to Towns inside. I mean, it's not complicated. He got awesome touch, plus he's 6'11" and almost 300 lbs.
Murray down low, inside. Here's Shaq. Another shot. Oh, the jam by O'Neal.
Boy, that's grown man weight room ammonia shrimp from O'Neal, brushing off the contact like it was never even there and converting.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Murray with it. Now defended by Levine. Pass to Shaq. Kicks it out to Siakam. Screen by O'Neal. From deep. Siakam misses. Collins looking around. And the dunk by Bamba.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And that concludes. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
Towns. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Towns has got the lead up to 7 now for the Magic.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Denver making a switch here. Here's Murray. He has yet to score. Outside Tatum. Pass to Shaq. Bamba with the block. It's deflected. Down low. And O'Neal gets it to go. Shaq's got 9.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Here's Thor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Good to see Tatum square himself up and knock down those pull-up jumpers. When he does that, unguarded.
Pass to Thor. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Shaq. Count the basket. And 11 points for Shaquille O'Neal. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Outside, Levine. Offline with his 3. Here's Denver now. Abaji can't get it to go. Now here's Marion. Still without a basket. Here he goes. Great D that time from Tatum.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
O'Neal inside. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Nuggets have shot just 1 free throw early. 1 for 1 in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
I think they've taken a major step in the wrong direction when you talk about their foul shooting, guys. I mean, they're not even close to what they shot last year.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Orlando. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal sweep.
Picking up his second foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Number 43.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Murray down low, and he uses the glass on the layup. Murray's got his first points in this one.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
And Vliet on the wing. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop.
You know, right there in that instance, you can see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this court.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
On the clock. For three, Murray nailed from three-point land. Murray's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets. 4. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Thor's got 5 points so far.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
On offense, here are the Nuggets. Outside Tatum. The 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Brunson right side. To the paint. Here's Collins. Rebound by the Nuggets. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Dunn, wide open, he fires, and the first shot of the night for him, no good. Bobbed up there for Collins, and stolen by Dunn.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
The kick out to Tatum for 3, the offensive rebound. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets ahead. They're up by 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Shaq with the screen. Murray for 3. Second chance shot. O'Neal, no good. Orlando trailing here. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Brunson. Back to Towns. With the drive. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
Now O'Neal. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. O'Neal's got 13.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Johnson with it. Outside, Towns. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
It's time for your 407 Fan Speed.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And good that time.
He's got a well-rounded game. Murray can score from just about anywhere. And the more points he gets inside, the more space he gets outside.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Nuggets leading by 4. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Clock at 6. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, you don't like to see Murray get on this kind of a roll if you're defending him now, because he's creative, and once he gets going, it's hard to slow him down.
Brunson, no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Again, the miss by Murray. The Magic trailed by 8. Outside, Towns. They set the pick. Outside, Levine. And stolen by Siakam. Outside, Tatum. Offensive rebound. And Gafford throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Let's hear it for your Magic Youth Dance Team.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Orlando Magic. It's a 10-point game. Next game for them, they'll take on the Raptors at Toronto. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
To the middle. Pass to Rizachet. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Shot clock at 6. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
Now, Whitmore launches it. And it's Rizachet with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 9. To the inside. Here's the 3. And Bamba pulls it down. Pass to Thor. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
That free throw, no good.
JT Thor.
And he sinks the second. 1:06 left in the third. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Abaji. Now, here's Strus. Just 5 on the clock. With the shot, Orlando grabs the miss.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Here's Levine. No good on the shot. Done with some nice D. Here's Gafford. Tries again. The kick out to Williams. Dunn looking over the floor. to the paint. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
8 seconds left to play in the third. 3 seconds left. Tatum slipped by the contact inside.
He does not lack for confidence. And, I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball in.
The Nuggets, 40.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Now Brunson to the middle. Here's LaVine. And LaVine throws it down.
What a marvelous athlete LaVine is. Soaring off the ground with ease for the jam and looks so good floating in the air.
Pass to Dunn. Back to Tatum. Shaq with the screen. Inside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Denver.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
It's Marion with the drive. Towns for three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to O'Neal. And there's the foul. That's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him. And here is Tatum. Down low. Looks for O'Neal. Gets it to him. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
LaVine, good.
LaVine with that high-arching shot from the corner.
Dunn outside. Pass to Abaji. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Abaji's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver. Brunson barreling in. Bamba wide open, and he fires. Marion. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Dunn picks one up.
Marion, a tough player to guard. That quick athletic combo forward with an unorthodox shot.
So both teams making some changes here.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Murray. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Williams. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And a wide open look for Siakam. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. The Magic trailed by 10. Brunson draws the double. And stolen by Siakam. 2 points. That one goes.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And it's Towns missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now here's Tatum. To the paint. Takes it out to Siakam. Just 4 to shoot. 3-pointer. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. So, Greg, you played the point. In creative player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Murray, no good. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Down by 12. Rebound by Williams. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Nuggets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shaquille O'Neal.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
So it's Denver taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Still intact, that's right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.